Just recently today, I've heard from two other victims that, so it's just a lot to talk about, that experienced the same thing that I experienced.
Be diverse from church to church. Every church has a different opinion on the issue, and every gay person is different. Proud of you. Don't get it twisted. I'd be proud of you if you were driving for the post office. Let them go!
Saw a row of thrones seated in high positions. Earthquake hit those thrones. They started to shake, and people began to fall out of the thrones in public and shameful falls.
Jermaine Jakes, the son of T.D. Jakes, disclosed and recently released surprising information that T.D. Jakes forced him to share a bed with Dad. Jermaine Jakes broke down in the interview and said, "T.D. Jakes used to touch my private parts when I was younger, and that's when I started to get feelings for boys." Jermaine Jakes goes on to discuss how Diddy and T.D. Jakes share him. He disclosed that T.D. Jakes frequently brought Diddy home, and he made me spend the night with him. Guys, this Jermaine Jakes story is really unsettling, so let's investigate it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel before continuing. Jermaine Jakes, the son of T.D. Jakes, has been involved in controversy since his arrest for provocative exposure. In a Dallas park, he supposedly exposed himself to undercover police detectives. Given that Jermaine's actions go against his father's teachings, this episode has called into doubt the pastor's public stance against same-sex marriage. The family's circumstances are further complicated by new accusations that have surfaced against T.D. Jakes, including claims of inappropriate behavior from past mentees. Jermaine Jakes was arrested for indecent exposure, and T.D. Jakes publicly showed his support for him, declaring, "We will draw from the same well of grace to which we have led others to drink and be refreshed." He stressed the value of kindness and grace in the statement. He affirmed that the family looks to Christ for resolution rather than trying to solve their own problems, and acknowledged the family's troubles by presenting them as universal human problems. After his son's incarceration, T.D. Jakes stressed the value of kindness and grace in interviews. Recognizing their hardships as typical human tribulations, he said the family would draw from the same reservoir of grace they have encouraged others to access. Due to ongoing investigations, Jakes declined to talk in detail, but emphasized that they are depending on faith for a resolution rather than trying to solve the problem on their own. T.D. Jakes has highlighted the value of compassion and grace in handling family issues, saying they will draw from the same grace well they have inspired others to use. While acknowledging the ongoing investigations, Jakes stayed vague, emphasizing that they are not trying to solve the problem themselves, but rather relying on faith. Faith Johnson, Jermaine Jakes' lawyer, released a statement in which she said that while they are aware of the possible accusations and are looking into them ourselves, she would not comment further because of the apparent government inquiry. The church has chosen to emphasize the importance of grace and compassion during trying times rather than openly addressing the accusations made against Jermaine Jakes. The fact that they haven't released an official statement implies that they are holding off on making any firm remarks until after the conclusion of the ongoing investigations. The particular steps taken by Potter's House in reaction to the accusations made against Jermaine Jakes have not been made public. T.D. Jakes has acknowledged the family's difficulties while highlighting the value of grace and compassion. He emphasized that they should take from the same grace well that they have urged others to use. Furthermore, the church has not released an official statement about the accusations or Jermaine's legal circumstances, preferring to concentrate on its purpose and beliefs. T.D. Jakes is the target of recent accusations stemming from suspicions that he frequented Diddy Combs parties and had sex with young males. These accusations gathered momentum following R&B singer Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy, in which she claimed to have been abused in multiple ways and contained evidence that implicated Jakes. According to allegations, Jakes has allegedly had sex with several male escorts, and one of the victims is allegedly getting ready to sue him for something that happened when he was younger.
Just recently today, I've heard from two other victims that, So it's just a lot to talk about. That experienced the same thing that I experienced.
These accusations have been flatly refuted by Jakes' agents, who have called them unfounded and fraudulent. The main source of TD Jakes' allegations is a hearsay that he attended parties hosted by Scene Diddy Combs, on which he is charged with sexual misconduct. These allegations include statements made by YouTube channels and TikTok users that Jakes had sex with young males during these gatherings. However, no hard proof for these claims has been made available to the public. There have been rumors that Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura gave evidence to the police that would have implicated Jakes and other people, but the details of these materials are yet unconfirmed. Jakes' reps have categorically refuted the accusations, calling them untrue and unfounded. According to allegations filed by TikTok user, TD Jakes groomed and sexually attacked him as well as other victims. Amidst the continuing controversy surrounding Scene Diddy Combs, there were allegations emerging that Jakes went to Diddy's gatherings and acted inappropriately around young males. According to the allegations, the victims were getting ready to sue Jakes for events that they said happened when they were kids. However, Jakes' agents have vehemently refuted these charges, characterizing them as unfounded and fraudulent, and they remain unproven. TD Jakes' public image has been severely damaged by the new claims against him, which have raised questions and drawn criticism. His relationship with Scene Diddy Combs has sparked concerns about his morality and character, especially in light of allegations of improper party conduct. Despite his long-standing reputation as a revered spiritual guide, some of his followers now question his morality and teachings in light of these accusations. Even though his ministry has vehemently denied the allegations, calling them unfounded and inaccurate, the incident has damaged his reputation, with many people doubting the veracity of his public persona in the face of such grave charges. TD Jakes has categorically refuted the most recent accusations made against him, calling them untrue and unfounded. He addressed the claims in a heartfelt speech in December, saying, "I didn't come to convince you or anybody, because I know who I am. You can think about anything you want to think about. That is not the point of this. I came to fulfill my duties and obey orders by proselytizing. I came to hear the Master say, 'Well done, thou good and faithful servant.'" In addition, Jakes declared that he was there to preach the truth, not to use this sacred day at this sacred pulpit to address a lie. The TD Jakes Group, TD Jakes Ministries, and the Potter's House all have Jordan A. Hora, Executive Director of Public Relations and Communications, as a spokesperson. She added, "Recent claims circulating on pockets of social media about Bishop TD Jakes are unequivocally false and baseless." Additionally, the letter bemoaned the proliferation of distorted words and manipulated images used to falsely implicate Jakes. Regarding Jakes' relationship with Diddy, J. Derek Williams, the executive vice president of TD Jakes Entertainment, offered more explanation. He said that Jakes, in his role as CEO, honored Combs at a celebration but quickly departed for other appointments. Any claims to the contrary were brushed off by Williams as wholly unsubstantiated, unverified, and false. Even though Jakes insists he is innocent, some find it difficult to accept his side given his controversial past. But the accusations remain unverified in the absence of hard proof. The way that TD Jakes has responded to recent claims has been widely and variably covered by the media. Jakes' team responded to the accusations with a forceful denial, calling them unequivocally false and baseless, and stressing the importance of exercising vigilance when it comes to misinformation circulating on social media. Sports pundit Chris Broussard was among those who thought Jakes' handling of the situation was insulting. Broussard also objected to Jakes' notion that he could just repent if the charges were accurate. Numerous YouTube channels have addressed the accusations, frequently sensationalizing them without offering supporting data, which has fueled rumors and controversy surrounding Jakes. Overall, Jakes' public image has been under constant examination, and his denial of the claims has been emphasized by the media's portrayal.